What's going on, everybody? Brian here, and this is Crysis Multiplayer Chapter 2, 6 Reasons Why I Love Crysis 2. Now, before I begin, let me tell you a little bit about what you're watching. This is a team instant action on Skyline, which is the only map that people love to play. I don't quite understand. Anyway, at this point in the match, I'm 0-4. I was off to a really horrible start, and this is actually... I did well, considering, but there's some really, really bad stuff going on here. Matter of fact, you'll see me pretty much fall to my death in a little bit. So, the reason you're here, 6 reasons why I love Crysis 2's multiplayer. First reason is that it's fun. You don't see a lot of the cheap tactics that are prevalent in most multiplayer games, especially Call of Duty, such as dudes camping in corners, dudes laying claymores everywhere, dudes looking at a doorway down their sights constantly, dudes hiding behind boxes looking down their sight, dudes running around the map knifing everybody. In order to get a one-hit knife on anybody in Crysis 2's multiplayer, you actually have to be cloaked and sneak up behind them, which is incredibly tough to do considering that most everybody is moving 100% of the time. Not only that, but the dog tag system that has been implemented in the game, wherein in order to get your kill streaks for every map, you have to collect dog tags by jumping over, like, not really jumping over, but walking over killed enemies. Now, as you'll see me pick up these dog tags off people, off killed enemies, there are these green lines that you can see in the sky. Now, there is an armor module that you can unlock very late in your leveling process that will let you collect the dog tags off anybody you've killed without having to go pick them up. But it's pretty much useless because you'll have to sacrifice some useful perks in order to get it. Second reason why I love Crysis 2. The game looks great. The game sounds great. Everything about this game is pretty much done, presentation-wise anyway, it is top-notch. Unlike some other games that look like shit and sound like shit.
Our spy plane's in the air.
The third reason, kill streaks are under control. And what do I mean by that? Well, the kill streaks are determined by the map. The 3 kill streak for every map is pretty much the maximum radar, which is essentially the UAV. Some maps for 5 have radar jammer. Some have nanosuit disruptor. The nanosuit disruptor throws down an area of effect sort of bomb that anybody on the enemy team runs over to, that will drain their suit of energy. The radar jammer is exactly what you would expect. And on the big open maps, you get the Ceph gunship, which will fly above the arena and randomly shoot enemy people, or you can get Nanosuit 2.0, which essentially gives you tons and tons and tons of health. Now, 3, 5, and 7, the magic numbers from Call of Duty 4. Remember Call of Duty 4? Oh, what a brilliant balanced game that was. So those are the kill streaks in Crysis 2. There's no game-ending nuke. Oh, watch this bullet. There's no game-ending nuke. There's no dogs. There's nobody camping trying to get the highest kill streak possible. 3, 5, 7, the magic numbers. The fourth reason, the game is simplified. There's only a handful of guns. There's 1 grenade launcher, there's 1 rocket launcher, a couple pistols, 2 shotguns, 2 sniper rifles, a microwave emitter, which I guess is, unique, 3 assault rifles, 2 submachine guns. So they don't go overboard with, they don't have a game that has 20 different assault rifles. And the difference between them is one has 20 rounds per clip, one has 22, one does 1 little slot of damage more than the other. One takes a little longer to reload, like in the Call of Duties, where essentially every gun is pretty much the same, and there's always that 1 or 2 gun that is the win gun. And everyone will complain about saying that it's noobish. The next reason. The map layout. Skyline, this is the map that if you played in the beta, you've already played on, and honestly, I'm quite sick of it. But the reason why the map layouts in Crysis 2 are so good is because they're so open and they're very vertical. With the nanosuit, you can jump around and run very, very fast, covering lots of ground. Now, some of the maps are considerably small, but they go up and they go down and they go left and they go right, and there's lots of crevices and cracks you can creep through, jump up and over, and sneak up behind people with. Now, I've played Crysis 2's multiplayer for about 10 hours, and at this point, I still don't know the maps that well. There's tons of flanking routes to take that I haven't quite discovered yet. And the maps are just really fun to play, and there isn't, that one spot in the map where everybody tries to control, except for pretty much this map. Everyone loves to go to the view to a kill. If you've been paying attention to what's been happening, the other team has been camping up here quite a bit, which is tough to do because I'm actually going to start picking them off here in a little bit. So there's a couple of them. They like to go to the view to a kill, and then anybody who goes up there do the air stomp, which is, I swear I've tried to use the air stomp so many times, but I have not yet got one kill with it. The sixth reason why I love Crysis 2's multiplayer. The nanosuit. The nanosuit is pretty customizable. You have 3 suit modules. You have armor, stealth, and power. They let you run faster, use stealth longer, do an air stomp, use less energy when you do certain things. They let you track enemy footsteps. They let you see where enemies cloak. They let you use armor. That's where the customization really comes in. It's not so much in the weapons, but it's in the suit, and the suit is the star of the show. The suit lets you jump really, really high. The suit lets you take extra damage. The suit lets you go invincible. The suit lets you run really, really fast. Now, some have commented that the suit is essentially the difference between this and other multiplayer games. And you know what? That is actually kind of correct. But it is such a stark difference. Now, lots of people think that, Call of Duty is the quintessential Twitch shooter. It isn't. Call of Duty is actually very, very slow. Crysis 2 moves at a much greater pace and actually involves lots of close quarters combat, and also lacks one major thing: panic knifing. Now, there is a panic melee, don't get me wrong, but it takes 2 melee hits to kill somebody, and the instant hit melee can't be done under fire. You have to sneak up behind somebody. Now, don't get me wrong, Crysis 2 is not a perfect game by any means. Matter of fact, Chapter 3 is going to be what I don't like about Crysis 3. Crysis 2, sorry, geez, Crysis 3, I'm already thinking about the future. Crytek has done a very bad job of patching this game, and nobody plays the maps. But we're going to have to save that for another video. As you can see, we lost, but I actually redeemed myself in the end. You watched me go 17-7. I'll see you next time.